Yeah, energy ball. And then with that, let's say something isn't feeling good. You could take that energy ball and let's say my belly isn't feeling good. Bring it into my belly. Or whatever it is, whatever isn't feeling good, bring it there. And you can like, okay, another energy ball. There's infinite energy in the universe, so you can do it as many times as you want. It's free. And let me think here, what else are we going to do with this energy? You have someone that has something not feeling good. Put it into them. Yeah, you can help with relaxation. And then if you want to do it as a technique of free flow of energy, you got that ball, and you can just start moving with it. And this is the free flow Qi Gong, and then eventually isn't the ball anymore unless you just kind of like dance around. Which I don't know why we're even here to do this, but have fun with the space that you have. If there's any stretches you haven't done yet. Yeah. We're dancing at a Grateful Dead show.
When they said spin class, I thought that's what it was. So
what are you doing? Serious letdown when you got there.
It's like we're gonna listen to some Dead.
So does anyone have any, that's all my material. Any questions?
So the one that you did, so that was the one that you did on your thing for the kidneys, right? Because I'm always all about the kidneys,
Yeah.
flying and all that, just trying to keep my energy up. So that one was connecting here, and just holding
Yes, so
this way, right?
and this is, we always hear of this as horse stance.
Okay,
Right.
so it's
So the knees are out a little bit. It can be done seated, but you can even power up the chi more by standing. And this starts getting like a circuit going, and then you're sending it into your lower dantian, your lower energy center.
that's right below the belly button.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, the belly button and that whole area. Because upper dantian is heart and lungs, middle is stomach, liver, and lower is, yeah, this whole area. Yes, so that's, yeah, the way to really pull in all those photons, and yeah, picture that you're pulling in all the energy particles. And so you'll come back to, okay, yeah, connect with the earth again, connect with the heavens again, connect between the shoulder blades, send it down the arms. Yeah.
So the back look like this should be kind of straight here, and this is bent, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then breathing is just normal, kind of? Just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess with horseback riding, I think it is kind of as wide as sitting on a horse.
okay,
You know?
yeah.
I never really thought about that.
It's my
Horse stance, so
horse.
yeah.
Joey's horse.
They give it a reason it's named that.
So what would you recommend as, if you've just come out of a particularly stressful situation, either at work or home or whatever, is there a sort of go-to? You've mentioned lots of different
The
things, but is there a
shaking,
go shaking? Is your go-to?
Yes.
Okay.
Shake it up.
Shake it off.
I think there's a song about that.
Right.
Shake it off.
And then how about like morning, every morning I go out in the woods with my dog, we go for a nice walk, and sometimes I'll, find myself just, padding along, or when, tapping over here. Is there anything particular, like, wake up, I'm gonna have a great day and feel awesome kind of thing?
I
Do
think
you say, do you exercise?
I think like going through all of the things that we just did, like definitely like if you have the time to go through all the joints,
Yeah.
it helps so much with joint health. I mean, so many people have frozen shoulders because how rarely we even do this. You know, we think, oh, we do that all the time. No, when was the last time we actually did that? You know,
And many with the right, if you're a clicker, like if you're on the computer as much as many of us are, like that's probably the right side of our body is probably the toughest taker of all the stress and everything, and everybody kind of sits in there, I feel like.
yeah, yeah. So we're all kind of like monks, sedentary monks. We gotta get moving more. We're getting more enlightened.
We're coming out clicking up a lot now.
Yeah.
And do you have any classes around here that?
Well, I don't think you're old enough.
Is there a time?
Oh my gosh, the senior centers, I have so many patients that take Qi Gong at the Groton Senior Center. They love it
You
there.
can go there. You
Go-
don't have to be.
You don't have to be a
No.
senior? Okay, I did not know that. The Westerly Senior Center and the Groton Senior Center, people rave about their
Is
Qi
that
Gong
right?
classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They're probably like 11 in the morning, which,
Mhm.
again, if you really work to do something like this is a little picky right
Yeah.
now. But you don't know anyone who would be doing maybe like a 5 o'clock class or
I
a
took, well, this winter I took a CEU class, for acupuncture with a Qigong guy, but it's even worse. It's like in the Hartford area where he is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not that I know of.
Okay.
I'll keep my eyes open though. And
Yeah,
let
let
you
me know
know.
if you see anybody because, you know, I'm definitely, it's good for me to have a little bit of committed structure to, you know, because I'll do it for a while and then I kind of get busy and then I fall off and,
Yeah.
so it's nice to kind of make it a,
Mhm.
and to be with a group of other people doing it too. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
versus just a video at home and
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were
And the
you,
video's not that
you were saying that like restorative, is that, so do we do all of them or no?
We didn't really, well, we did a little bit of restorative sitting, but for going to bed at night, yeah,
Oh.
I bet you asked about that. Or if you're taking a nap or just have a moment that you want to do it, it would be that breathing technique. So let's say you're lying down in bed, a breathing in and out of all the pores of your body. And it's almost like counting sheep, letting you do it, and then all of a sudden you're asleep, you know, so, but it's better than counting sheep because you're actually charging up your energy and bringing in fresh, clean Qi. That is the part I didn't mention, that we're pulling in that fresh, clean, healing Qi. And with the exhale, just letting go of anything you don't need anymore. Just let it go, let it leave you. And that can be like soft smoke coming out, and what's coming in is like full spectrum light, all the colors of the rainbow. As
So
each color has its healing properties.
And then think of, I don't know if you've ever gone to Megan for acupuncture, but before she leaves, when she says, melting. That's what you said, melting. And I'm just always on the table like, oh, I am
Yeah.
so melting.
You're gonna
Perfect like a massage.
Okay, okay, well, we can cut things out. The other thing too, yeah, letting your muscles melt. You can even experiment with different things like letting the superficial layers of muscles let go and melt, and then go to deeper muscles, let go and melt. Sometimes people work from the top. I always think it's good to work from the top down because that will lower blood pressure. And some other fun things, since you're all still here, is doing things like when you're connecting with the earth, you can imagine that you're a tree to really root in and sending your roots in. You can even do that when you're lying in bed. You're a tree, you're coming out of like this whole area down into the earth to like absorb water and minerals and nutrients. And it's amazing how healing that is. And then when you're standing, you know, your branches are coming up, but even when you're lying down, you kind of picture that too. You're getting all that good oxygen. You can do that while you're hugging a tree. The tree loves it.
Now, when you started to get into the movement, like you had the energy and now you're getting into that movement, like how long can you keep doing that? I mean, like all day, or just as long as you possibly want, or
As long as you need it,
as long as
right?
you
Yeah.
feel
Well, and
Difference.
Like if you did a class, would that be what you would be doing for like the whole?
well, the classes at the senior centers, I know they have a Tai Chi focus too, so there are routines, and I haven't been to any of them, so I don't know what the series is that they do. And I know there are different teachers that teach them, but with how long, I think it just is however long you want to, you know. My teacher, Dr. Tan, used to say, Americans are so silly. You know, they live in a free country, but they always want rules. How many times do I need to do this? It's like communist. You can do whatever you want. That always cracks me up because people always do on it, this, and I have to remember that I need to give them this, because I'm like, just do what you want to do.
Right.
So my daughter does karate, and there's something called kumites. Are they similar to the katas? I know are defense things, but are the kumites? Like I noticed some movements, and there's like always 22 or 23 things that you move through. Is that along the same lines,
It
or?
might be because because karate is from Japan, so I mean I think there's a lot of energy aspects to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like in Kundalini yoga, sometimes there's things I'm like, wow, this was like something I'd do in Qi Gong. So yeah, you see these overlaps of things because when we stretch and we feel a stretch, that's a channel opening, and so yeah, it's all interconnected somehow.
So what's that body for?
Yes, you can see the channels.
Oh my gosh, got a lot of work.
Wow.
Yeah, with acupuncture we can get specific.
Yeah.
A lot of
So these are all places that you might do acupuncture, and they are the numbers, or
a lot
no?
of them are for location, like to explain where something's happening, because we wouldn't necessarily do acupuncture in all of those.
Right.
And what it is they have actually seen that like the chi or electricity comes up to the surface at those spots.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you took an electrical gauge, it is that ancient map. If you went over the body with it, very cool. But I really think it makes sense because when they were originally doing this, they were in the woods. They didn't have all the distractions we did, and they could feel the static on someone and map it out.
So BL63, that's a problem for me.
Okay.
So
on
it
your
says-
foot.
It's actually BL61 back here.
Oh, on your.
It feels like the Achilles heel.
Ah,
What's happening right here? I don't know.
it's inflamed.
It's like a voodoo doll. I can put like energy on there.
There is a technique of Qi Gong like that. Have you heard of it? Tan Tan.
I've heard the name of it.
Yeah, it's like a mini doll like that, and you get kind of like one of those little things that looks like a little hammer that does the knee, but you go on the doll and it ends up healing you or someone else.
Really?
Yeah, so it's cool to know about these things, and I don't know. It works for some people, but for you, with the balance method, you'd go to the opposite wrist, and it'd be in that area there. So you can massage, like, or press, like acupressure, on the outside of that wrist, wherever it's the most tender, corresponds with that ankle.
Oh really? All this stuff over here. Maybe that's part of it.
Yes, it's restricting the flow.
The
ankle's like, ow.
How about left knee? Like what
Left knee,
corresponds to left knee?
right elbow.
So it's always going to be the opposite if it's
For
no matter where it
starters.
is on here.
Yeah, so we start with opposite, then we go to same side, then to opposite knee,
Okay.
and then ranking, but you might find a tender spot there, and then it starts sending healing over here. That's the cool way that the energy circuits itself.
I have them wear bracelets over there for quite some time. Pinchy bracelets.
Yeah, that's constricting the flow. So there's your first step.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
So we're going to be doing a drawing, but I don't know how to do it because I don't have a raffle thing. Did you guys
Oh,
all?
well, this young lady here, because we don't, yeah, she gets
Thank you.
Boy, couldn't have got you a more appreciative person,
Yeah.
right? Every time I go in, I'm like, get in the fucking That's awesome, thank you. Yeah, awesome.
The biomat is a far infrared mat. Have you seen? You've seen it, right?
No.
So in itself, it's a treatment, and it can be combined with acupuncture and/or combined with massage. But it, it brings down inflammation. It kills viruses that shouldn't be in the body. Kills bacteria that shouldn't be in the body. Helps
Incredibly
stress relief.
relaxing.
What
Oh
what
my
is
God.
the feeling like? What does it do?
It feels like warmth. Some
Okay.
people feel a little something, but more than anything, people notice like, wow, I really drifted off. And yeah, it's the healing wavelength of the sun, and the Chinese and Japanese isolated the healing wavelength of the sun.
Wow.
I know.
In a mat? Like, do you
I
just
would
lay on it?
say-
Is it the size of your body, or
Yeah,
if
the
you
size
you
of
lay
the
on it on your back or your
table.
stomach or
Usually face up,
back, face up? Yeah.
but if you're doing just a session of that, you could lie any direction.
Yeah.
Like when I see Megan and I have a biomat especially, I know that she make my appointment at like toward the end of the day because I had to plan on getting takeout for dinner. And the rest of the day, it's like it would be a shame to kind of get out of that
Yeah.
blissful place. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'll get a picture of you before you go.
And you also
You're
come
good
in
to
for a
forget.
tour sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to be emailing a coupon for everyone also.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah,
So
thank
much.
you.
Really appreciate
Have
it.
fun. Namaste. This is fascinating, actually. Like.